Ah, scald another one. Gang, if that looks like you, today is for you. Today we're going to discuss how to chip from uneven lies so that you can be successful for every shot that you're going to see on the golf course. All right, so for those of you that are fans of the channel, you know a little bit about the olive tree method. And the olive tree method is a 4-step process where you get set in an athletic position to be able to move rotationally to strike the golf ball. What's tricky about golf is that once you get good at that setup, you have to know how to adjust it for the different slopes and lies that we find on course and around the green. And so today, because of popular demand on the comments section, we're going to take you through chipping basics 101 setup for complicated lies. And we got a great facility here at Summerfield Crossings Golf Club that can help you with every shot in the bag. So let's just talk about function a little bit. So you notice in that shot that my body was preset behind. So if I'm not just super precise, I'm going to go up and thin the ball, which you got to notice. I'm really good at it because I'm good at my other shots too. And as long as I get preset, I'm going to hit a pretty good shot. So I preset myself to thin the shot. If you thin the shot, most likely you're preset to thin the shot. It's just a matter of circumstance. If you happen to have thin shots often, most of it is because of your setup. So I'm on a side slope. If I just let my body weight fall, I'm going downhill. So if I preset myself downhill and I'll put all my weight on my back foot, well, now my sternum is going to strike here. Well, that's fine if the ball's there, but the ball's not there. The ball's here. So we got to preset ourselves more on top. We're going to get the body weight probably close to 80 or 90% in that left side. Get the shoulders really relaxed. Choke down if need be because you want the arms to extend. And then from there, making that little pitch move or chip move, letting that sound of the grass be brushed is a key indicator that you're going to hit a good shot because you're striking consistently right by that golf ball. And so what we want to do is, okay, where do we need the ball to go now that we've built the stance? We want to select the club that's going to send it there. So if I'm already on slight upslope, my 60-degree wedge is not 60 degrees anymore. It's like 70 or 75 or even 80 based on the slope. So when I come into it, the ball's going to pop straight up, land softer, and go almost nowhere. So I'm going to look at that. I'm going to go take you through my setup here, knowing that I'm preset left, but that I'm on an upslope. So when I swing and make my regular pitch shot, that boom's really high and stops really quickly. Now that's great if the pin's tight and close, which it is today, so that's not a bad shot. But if you're gonna watch that, I'm now gonna do that same shot with my 52 degree. I won't need as much effort because the ball's gonna go lower and faster. I'm gonna preset the same setup, all right? And I'm gonna make that same brush stroke, practice them. I made the 3 strikes exactly the same. So as long as I commit to that same spot, commit to that same sound, it's going to do the same thing. Virtually the same shot, completely different trajectory and completely different adjustment onto the green. That ball rolled out to the back flag, which means I've got 2 putts that are exactly the same distance from the flag on that line that are directly the distance that I wanted to send the ball. And as long as I'm aiming my body properly to those flags, we got a really successful opportunity to make the par that's usually so difficult from here, causing us bogeys, doubles, and triple bogeys from thinning the ball off the green. Hey, thanks for watching today's episode. Here at My Pro Golfer, you know we like to keep things simple. And today, I've got a special gift for you to help you never miss a 5-foot putt again. Click the link below and download today. All right, so you just saw an uphill weight back stance. And so now we have that. What happens in that particular stance is typically the weight will stay back because of the slope and you'll hit little pulls, higher shots with more spin. Now we're jumping into the opposite. We got a ball below our feet. You can see my feet are a lot higher. So my shaft is going to steepen out, sending the ball lower because I've not added the loft of the slope, and it's going to tend to push right on the shot. So build your stance now. Instead of feeling more into the hill, we're going to feel more balanced and based, and then we're going to play it just a little bit back in our stance. And so when we chip, because the shaft is steeper, it's going to open the club face. So we need to aim a little bit more left if the ball, especially if the ball is going to go left to right. We're on this slope, and if you watched our green region one, you know that the slopes kind of help each other out. It's rare that they contradict themselves unless the architects are really trying to be difficult. So we're going to aim a little bit left, and we're going to allow the body to just stay in the shot, brushing. Because I have to stay in the shot so much more because the ball's below my feet, that ball's going to come out lower and spin right. So we're going to get yourself set up in that position. We're using that 52 here, so we don't have a whole lot of movement. We're going to stay on top of it. We're going to stay in it, brush it. That ball's going to check and roll to the right. We hit that about 4 feet, and that's a pretty successful chip. We want to keep getting that sensation going from that way and making sure that we're building the setup based on the slope, and then know what the characteristics will change based on what club you're using. So 52 is just a little bit short there. It bit a little bit. I've got 2 options. I can build my stance and just make a bigger swing, or make that same swing with my pitching wedge or a 50-degree gap wedge that would do the same exact function that I just wanted from that last shot. And now that shot, you can see the swing was a little bit further. It stayed out there a little bit more left, but did fade into the shot based on the hill slope. And now I've got about 3 feet directly with the pin, not short, so I know exactly what the break is going to look like.
Hey, just want to remind you to not forget on getting your free gift below on how to never miss a 5-foot putt.
All right, gang, so the big keys here are building the stance that can hold up to the shot that you've got to hit. So if I'm side hill lie like this, I'm going to get myself in a little bit of a more of a toe-y feel so I can get myself stable. And I'm going to make my stroke so that I can hear the grass. Even though all 3 of those strikes sounded a little bit different, they're all going to do virtually the same thing, and the ball is just going to do subtly different things at the bottom. But I'm trying to keep that centered so that wherever the sternum is, that's where the club's going to ground out. And so we just want to feel that sensation, make that sound. If I'm downhill, we're going to preload ourselves down through the shot. You've got to really stay down in it. We can't slide or fall or hold back. That's going to kill us in the movement pattern. We got to really go with the slope. And so listen to the ground. Watch the strike. All right, anywhere from there to there on that downhill slope, that ball's going to come out. Now with my 60-degree wedge, it's going to come out way lower. So we got to plan for that. All right, and so we want to make sure that we're building the stance based on the slope. The ball above our feet typically goes more left. Ball below our feet, it's going to go more right. So above, left, below, right, and obviously opposite for a left-handed player. So just to recap, build the stance. Practice at least listening and hearing those 3 little sounds. Rebuild the stance. And once you get confident of that and you make that brush stroke, you'll have the confidence to hit it right at your camera and know full well, based on the build, that you're going to get that ball up and over and onto the green. Gang, I hope you liked this video. It was really fun to shoot. This video came from a comment from one of our subscribers. I really do want to help you, the subscriber, get out of golf what you want to put into it. So if you have something you want to work on, know that the last 2 videos came directly from a comment from one of our subscribers. So if you like this video, like it. If you like it, subscribe. We'll see you next Thursday at 6 o'clock.